I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, you can't That's why I spend my life with you.
Hi, hotties, kettles, tea stirs. You're here for hot tea. All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. We have to talk about how Drew Sidora is still wrapped up in her biggest hater in what I believe to be his manipulation tactic. And I also want to talk about Drew Sidora's new song because I've been playing it. I love the new song. I think y'all should check it out and stream it. Oh, but baby, her biggest hater is a piece of work. And we all know that he is very good friends with another piece of nasty that we know who we consider to be a baby mama over here on our platform. They are best buds, it seems. They hang out, they go golfing. And those of you that know, you know I'm talking about Mel's baby mama. And really, birds of a feather flock together. If you can hang out with a man like Mel's baby mama, it ain't no telling what type of man you are. But we've got a glimpse of what type of man Drew Sidora's ex-husband or soon-to-be ex-husband is on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And in my opinion, he is extremely manipulative. And women always go for these really fine, charming type of men or really good looking, charming men, but they always come with a price. Mel's baby mama and Drew Sidora ex-husband is a perfect example. And Ralph probably wants to be mentioned as Ralph, but this is probably going to be the first and last time I mention him as Ralph. To me, he's Drew Sidora's ex-husband or soon-to-be ex-husband because, you know, Ralph's name really don't hold any weight, and that's probably why he's jealous of his wife. She's a star, and a man like Ralph, in my opinion, loves attention, and if his spouse is getting more attention than him, he's going to always find a way to sabotage it, which we've seen him do. And we got to get into this People's Magazine article that Drew Sidora was featured in because, spoiler alert, she revealed that her and her ex-husband or soon-to-be ex-husband still lives under the same roof, and in fact he lives in the basement. Now I don't understand why he won't pack his shit up and get the fucking stepping, seeing as though he is so infatuated with whatever hoe is what ultimately, in my opinion, came between them, along with a lot of his other manipulative ways, of course. But I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm forgetting about something. But last time I checked, okay, Ralph did not want to, like, he had some weird situation with an assistant or with another woman or with some type of team business person that he was in connection with or he had aligned himself with. And at first, Drew Sidora didn't really see a problem with it, if I'm not mistaken. And then it became very aware that that person was overstepping her boundaries. Y'all get in the comment section and y'all let me know. So if you had such an issue with dropping this person, even though your wife wanted you to because it was causing friction within your marriage, why the fuck that hoe can't find you nowhere to stay? Like, I'm trying to understand why you can't move in with that bitch. I don't understand how men operate. It's all about manipulation. It's all about control, in my opinion. He probably wants to stay in the basement so he can have tabs on everything Drew Sidora is doing and find a way to sabotage it the way that it seems like he's continuing to do with his marriage. I don't know. That's just my opinion, you guys, because again, he is friends with a man like Mel's baby mama. And I don't know if y'all remember or not, but Mel accused Mel's baby mama of trying to hack her phone. And she also said she felt this way because she was getting Mel's baby mama phone calls to her phone. And this was like way after their divorce. So there's like no reason why people should be calling her phone to get a hold of him. So she felt like it was done wrong. Now, we all know that Drew Sidora's soon-to-be ex-husband is in tech. So he's a tech-savvy guy. Now, I'm not saying that he helped Mel's baby mama, but who's to say that he didn't help him, right? seeing as though he's in tech. Mill's baby mama like to use friends to do his dirty deeds, and Ralph just seems like a manipulative, nasty, wicked, evil man. And he always smile and give a charismatic way about himself. But I just know from my own experience, and because newsflash, I was raised by an art, I just know how the game goes. They are always very entertaining and very front and center and ready to put on a show for the people. But behind closed doors, they always have a way about themselves. And it is very apparent when it comes to Drew Sidora's soon to be ex-husband, because he almost couldn't hide it on camera. That's another thing. They could never hide it for too long. And in my opinion, you can see it in his eyes, okay? Drew Sidora's soon to be ex-husband is crazy to me. I just don't understand, why can't they ever just let it go and walk away and move on? Why does it always have to be a big war and battle, considering the fact that a lot of times these men are literally sabotaging their marriages? So when the women are ready to let them live the life that they so desperately want to have, I just don't understand why they always put up a fight. So let's get into this article. Drew Sidora is still living with ex-Ralph Pittman. Drew Sidora states in her interview with People magazine that she believes that we're kind of like the blueprint for a shit show divorce. And again, I think that's so unfortunate. Now, I got a chance to meet Drew Sidora at Mimosas with Melody, and she is absolutely stunning. She is beautiful. She is taking good care of herself. And Ralph is a hating ass hoe. He see that she is about to flourish without him. He's probably trying to hold on to whatever he can, document whatever he can to try to sabotage her. That's just how I feel, because he seemed like he was the man, like hot shit. If you're the man and you're the hot shit, let this woman move on with her life. Because I also do believe he blindsided her with this divorce. Am I not mistaken? But it also states Drew Sidora and Ralph Pittman separated in February 2023 after 8 years of marriage, each filing for divorce within an hour of one another the following month. It states, in the time since, the former pair have been working to finalize their divorce, while Pittman has been living in the basement of their shared home due to a court-ordered mandate. And let's be so for real, the only way that could have been court-ordered and mandated is if he raised issue with it. And I just don't understand why the fuck you would be raising issue with something like that. And this is just my opinion, right? I don't understand why you would be raising issue with that when you the one that filed for divorce, if I'm not mistaken. Now, even if he didn't file for a divorce first, he still was the one, in my opinion, that had majority of the issues within the marriage, because we can clearly see that on Real Housewives of Atlanta. He was very disrespectful. And you know what? I think a lot of y'all are kind ladies, because what happened to the way the boomer used to take care of things? I just felt like the boomers or the boomers' parents used to really handle things. Like, what is going on? Do y'all not feed them soup anymore? Do y'all not feed them the teas anymore? Like, what's going on? Nah, I'm just kidding. But I heard old folks tell that one day this man used to beat on his wife, and one day she just couldn't take it no more, and she gave him some tea. Okay, she gave him tea for 3 days in a row, and on the 4th day he passed away. She had a lovely funeral the next day, and she lived on with her life. That is a story that lives on in my family. And nobody asked any questions because everybody knew. Now, there's not somebody in my family, but I'm just saying, it's just something that I've heard. Now, I'm not saying Ralph deserved a tea, but you know, there's the other teas, right? The, oh, my belly hurt tea, I need to go to the hospital for 3 months or something. But I'm not condoning no nonsense, all right? Don't be doing no bullshit. I'm just telling y'all what the old people used to do. Like the old people. Like, not, I'm talking about like my grandma mama, the women back in those days. I heard they had stuff for that ass. But anyways, we not here to condone none of that, okay? I'm just telling y'all what I heard the people used to do back in the day. Now, again, I'm telling y'all I do not condone any of it. And, you know, somebody also in the comments said, why won't she just leave? And somebody responded to that comment and said, why the hell do y'all expect a woman of 3 kids to pack up all her shit and move out of their home? Why is that so normalized? But you also know what? I feel like there's also sometimes a point to prove. Sometimes you should just leave everything behind and just start over. So, Drew, I feel you as far as not wanting to leave and staying because your kids, they in school, they're staying home, their house, their rooms, their friends, their neighborhood. I get it. I understand it. But this entire process, the entire process when trying to leave a narcissist is going to be hard, and it's not going to be curated overnight, and it's not something that is going to be allowed. But a lot of times, girl, you just gonna have to play these niggas at their own game. They want, oh, I want full custody of the kids. Okay, here. Oh, I'm staying in the house. Okay, I'm leaving. And I only know a little bit of this because of my experiences. But what I soon learned is it's not necessarily the fact that they want these things, but they know you want these things. So as long as you're playing the manipulator's game, you could win. Just make it seem like you want things that you don't really want, so he could have his eye on those things and not the things that you really, really want. So if you really, really want the house, leave the fucking house. And I know it sounds hard, but you have to beat them at their own game. Leave the house. Leave everything in that bitch, and you go find a new, better house. And I don't know if you have this in the contract, but get it in your Real Housewives of Atlanta contract and paperwork, right? And you don't even have to be owning the house at the moment. You can be renting it for now, right? Everybody understands that because you're going through a divorce. And I guarantee you, the fact that you're even doing that is going to ruffle feathers. And really, it shouldn't, right? Because you're in the basement, we need space, but it will, because it'll soon be, okay, well, I thought you wanted this. So you don't want the house. What do you want? Because I want that, because I want to make it hard for you. I'm just trying to make y'all understand. I know you think that don't make sense, but it really don't make sense. But that is how narcissists are. You have to play them at their own game. If they know that you care and like and want something, they are going to hyper focus on making sure you don't have that or they affect that. I.e., we see it with Simon and Portia. Simon knows that Portia needs that fucking Real Housewives of Atlanta check, which is why he is doing everything in his power to make sure he sabotages it. Again, you can look at Mel's baby mama in Melody Cherie's story. He knew that she only cared about them kids, and she knew that she would be able to rebuild her entire life, which is why it went from him wanting the home and her leaving it and not caring to now then him trying to take her children. Because as long as she had her kids, she was okay with rebuilding her life. So they would literally try to target any and everything that they feel like is helping you, or any and everything that they feel like you want. Even when it came down to Mel's fan base, Mel's baby mama was even willing to try to get people to view her in a negative light, even though he was the villain. Even though he is the actual bad guy, he wanted people to see that she was a bad person because he felt like that is what kept her motivated. When you think about it, he never really cared about what people had to say until she really started thriving with the mellow meters in her fan base. Then that's when it's like, oh, but look, she's a whore. Oh, but she's abusive, and oh, this and that and this and that. Sorry, y'all, enough of my rant. But it's also stated that her divorce is still not settled, and yes, we're still living together under the same roof. Sidora tells People while discussing her role in Bounce TV's hit sitcom Mind Your Business. I didn't even know that could happen. I was like, what? But yeah, he is still living in the basement. And she also says that was court ordered. The challenge that brings Sidora ads has been crazy. She also said it'd be much easier if we were able to move on separately, out of sight, out of mind, with your own space and your own energy, but that's clearly not in the cards. She says, so sharing spaces has been a double whammy. And Drew Sidora, I don't know if she's saying it's not in the cards because financially or what, but baby, I would even recommend downsizing to play him at his own game. This isn't about an emotional battle. It's about being smart, and it's about being strategic, and it's about being free. These type of people don't let you be free as soon as they know what it is that you require to become free. So People magazine also stated that they reached out to Ralph, but I don't know if they got back with him or if he got back with them or not. But it also stated that Sidora, 39, Pittman, 41, separated February 2023 after 8 years of marriage, each filing for divorce within an hour of one another. The following month, the two have lobbied continuous claims in a legal back and forth since, which, in addition to overall court date schedules, is a part of the reason the process has been delayed, Sidora says. Does this sound familiar, you guys? In addition to that, she also stated, when you're dealing with someone who wants everything and is just not willing to walk away with what he came in with, it makes it very, very hard. She shares. So I'm just learning how this process can go in the worst case scenario, and I'm taking it literal one day at a time. It also states the actress and singer has been channeling her pain into her work. She has been filming Mind Your Business, in which she plays a divorcee, has helped her move past some of her trauma through her laughter. I've been healing through this character for sure. She's also been working on some new music, including her last single, I Got 5 on it. And like I said earlier in this video, guys, it's an amazing song. I think she did her big one with the song, and I actually listened to a lot of her songs. I like her music, especially her latest new music. But with that being said, I want to send Drew a lot of love and a lot of prayers, and I'm hoping she can get out of this situation with her head held high and everything that she deserves. She put a lot of work in, and I'm not saying Ralph was a poor man or didn't work, but I absolutely agree with her. He should fucking get what he walked in with. And this is why people should have prenups. This is why people should have their paperwork situated, legitimized before ever walking through into a marriage, because examples like this, you never know what the marriage pans out to be, and you just want to make sure you have your security, because things can happen. People don't want these things to happen. People don't plan for these things to happen. But at the end of the day, you have to have some type of security. Again, I'm wishing Drew Sidora the best. Ralph need to get a motherfucking life. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment.
Yeah, I pull up, roll the windows down it. I pull up, roll the windows down it. Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. 'Cause the love you give, you can't replace. It's not in the case of anybody. That's why I'm